Good morning, everyone. Today's going to be a short one, but I'm just going to wait for you guys to tune in. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. Um, Come on in, share this video. Tell your friends to come and ask their immigration questions or fam that you know who need immigration assistance. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aisha Chidobe. I'm an immigration attorney. I represent clients all over the United States with their family immigration matter. You can reach us at 407 995 6567 404 333 8751. In order to have a consultation with us, you have to book an appointment. We are currently having several different sales and, freedom, not freedom, this is not Freedom Friday, but we're having like a lot of Thanksgiving sales. So we've got, discounts and consultation between now until the end of the month. So this is a good time to do that. We also have discounts on if you hire us during the month of November. And we also have several giveaways, but each day the giveaway and what we're giving away is different. So I don't want to talk about them until those 10 days. So we have 10 days of giving. And each 3 days, what we're giving is different, what we're going to give to our audience. So stay tuned. If you want to know what's being given, and if you want to be considered for that, then you need to follow the instructions so that you could be considered for that. Okay. If this is your first time, definitely comment. Let me know it's your first time so I can give you a shout out. Man, what a morning I have had. Like, it is raining so badly today, and I've been all over the city of Atlanta today doing different errands for different reasons. And it's just the worst time because it's raining. So like my hair is wet, my clothes are wet, my shoes are wet. But I was like, let me come on here and give you all about 15 minutes before I get going. MZ Jess, thank you for tuning in your first time. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, another first time, a life is great. Welcome, Onos, Augusta, the Blue Cashews, first timers. What's up, guys? KK from New York, welcome. Cleopatra says, good morning, Attorney Aisha. One, I can't stop talking about your service. Guys, book her, she's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Listen to her. Liz from YouTube says this is her first time. Hoppy. Campbell says, blessed morning, first time on your live and commenting. Thank you for commenting. Alyssa, this is Alicia over in Florida. Hey, how's Florida? Good morning, Louise on YouTube. Good morning, Chandel Buchanan. Okay, guys. So let me take some of your questions. And then Kofitsa from Wichita, Kansas. Good morning. I don't think I've had anyone from Kansas before, but good morning. So any on YouTube says good morning. USCIS responded to my attorney's inquiry, and the I-485 is pending review. It said no action is required. Happy to know it's in the Houston field office. I'm not sure if I know. I'm assuming this is a follow-up of maybe one of my other lives. I'm not sure which or what you're referring to, or maybe a consult, but I'm happy that it's working out for you. Okay, so my friend's mom came into the States on a visiting visa, I guess, about 2 months now. And how can her U.S. citizen son start filing for her? Gracefully Broken. I love your name. By the way, because I love Tasha Cobb's song called Gracefully Broken. Like I used to play that song like almost every day, like when I'd get ready for work, because I just love that song and what it means. But back to that, if your friend is a US citizen and your friend is over the age of 21 and their parent came in here on a visiting visa, then they can file for that parent. They can do the adjustment of status because they're considered an immediate relative, so they don't have to wait for a visa to be available. They can apply right away. Alicia Smith says, first time from Jamaica. Hi, what's up? What's a Guan? Let me see who else is here. Vanessa Okoro says, thank you so much. It was your ad that popped up on my feed that reminded me to file for my conditional removal. This was a Friday and the deadline was Monday. I'm so glad I got to them that Monday. Awesome. I'm so glad. Right timing, Okay, so Nani on YouTube says, morning from Detroit. What's the next step after the fee waiver gets denied and you really don't have $1,225, no EADs? Unfortunately, yeah, no EADs. Fee waivers, honestly, are really difficult to get approved. They do approve them, but they're really difficult to get approved. When they go based on the poverty guidelines and all of that stuff. So what I would recommend is just try your best to see if you can save money. If you don't work or have any way to save money, maybe reach out to any friends or family members that can help you. I know that, sometimes, we as human beings, maybe we don't want to ask for help, but, because this is something that, is important. Maybe you have friends or family that are willing to help you, and maybe you can pay them back once you get on your feet. But really, if your fee waiver gets denied, you have to pay the filing fees in order to apply. And in order for you to get that, work permit, you need a pending 485 in your particular case. Okay. Good morning, Anne-Marie from North Carolina. Anne-Marie says, been trying to talk to you for months. Please call me. Anne-Marie, that's weird. Send us a message on WhatsApp and identify yourself. And if you're my team and you're listening to this or watching this, confirm what her phone number is so we can schedule a consult. So I don't know if you try to call or how you're trying to talk to us, because if you send messages, I can't respond to messages because I get a ton of them. Sometimes I can. It's just if I was responding to messages, I wouldn't get any work done. So the quickest way is you have to schedule a consultation in order to speak to me. Okay. Okay, so let me see what else we have here. Brand coming back says, I suggested one of my friends to you, but she thinks you only do domestic cases. Not really sure what you mean by domestic cases. Are you talking about domestic violence? Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what your friend's issue is. We do, obviously we do humanitarian-based cases, so VAWA, U visas, T visas, but we also do marriage-based cases, just, your good old marriage based immigration cases. We also do conditional removals when the couples are happy and in love, and also when they get divorced. We do naturalization, getting your citizenship. We do K1 fiancé visas. We do waivers when people need waivers for misrepresentation or fraud. So it depends on what your friend is interested in. But, you can advise your friend to go on our website, which lists what we do. Or call and we can tell them what we do, whether or not we do what it is that they need assistance with. And if it is, we'll be able to help them. Okay. So someone said, it's been 16 months since I filed for VAWA. I haven't heard back. Is that normal? When you say you haven't heard back, what do you mean you've not heard back? Have you not gotten a filing receipt? Have you not gotten a prima facie determination letter? Did you apply for adjustment of status? Did you get the filing receipts? Did you apply for an EAD with that? Did you get those? So, when you say you've not heard back, do you mean you've not heard back anything at all? Meaning there are no receipts, there's absolutely nothing. So your answer will determine what cause of action. I refer to. So Anne-Marie says, they keep telling me I can't personally talk to you. They putting me to talk to someone else. I need to file for citizenship for my son. So Anne-Marie, so let me explain how this works. When you call, so you did get a call. So not that you didn't get a call. I was going to say, because that doesn't sound normal. So in order for you to speak to me, you have to schedule a consultation to get on my calendar. You can't just call to speak to me. You have to actually pay for a scheduled consultation. Now, Sometimes my schedule might be booked out for a much longer time, but we have very able and capable and very strong attorneys that also work at this firm. So if you can't wait for my availability, you can always schedule, a consultation with one of those other attorneys, because one of them will still be able to do the consult and still give you sound legal advice. If you want to wait for my availability, then you can also wait for my availability. And one thing I will say, just as you guys are listening to this live, is that at this firm, and as the people on here who are actually our clients can tell you, we work as a team here. So don't think that because you're scheduling a consult with another attorney at my firm, or you're speaking with another attorney in my firm, that I don't know what's going on, because there's nothing that happens in this firm that I'm not privy to. There's no filing that goes out that I haven't reviewed cover to cover and put my stamp of approval, or put my edits, or put my changes. So I want you to understand that no matter which one of us attorneys you get in a consultation, you're still going to get the Chittiway Law Firm effect. And, I'm sure those here who have used us can testify to that. Okay. Karen Whittaker says, good morning, Aisha. Is it normal when you file for vow and adjustment of status for you to wait 2 months without hearing from USCIS? When you say, again, like, this is one of those questions where I'm not sure if you've gotten your filing receipt. Have you gotten your filing receipt? If you've not gotten your filing receipt, I would say that 2 months is a long time. If you filed for your vow without the adjustment of status, it's normal that you might not get your filing receipt for a little while. But if you filed with your adjustment of status, 2 months is a long time to not have gotten your receipt. So I would be concerned that your packet is either on its way back to you, meaning that either something was not done well, maybe the forms changed, or the either the forms changed, maybe you didn't put the right fee amount or something like that, and they're sending it back. The problem is that when they're sending stuff back, it delays, and it can take a long time. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Andrew Lopez says, happy Diwali. Isn't Diwali over? I thought Diwali was like the week before last. Okay. So how long after getting prima facie will I get a work permit? It depends. It depends. Did you file for adjustment of status? Did you file for an ED with your adjustment of status? Did you not? So all of those will determine when you get it. But generally, the timeline for getting a work permit is not determined by your prima facie. It's determined by when you file. So, if you filed for adjustment of status with an EAD application, you're looking anywhere from 4 to 8 months. We're seeing some of this processing move quicker, but it could be in that window. A lot of people get it around like 5.5 months, 6 months, but there are definitely people that get it in a quicker time, and definitely people that get it in a later time. So, you can use that window. Okay. So Cleopatra says, please check my question above. Let me find you. Where is the question? Okay, I see it here. So I have a friend that's going through a marriage-based green card process, but is being abused by the mother-in-law and wife, and wants to know if this case can be switched to VA. Cleopatra, tell your friend to call us so that we can screen them to see if they qualify. If their spouse, if their wife is abusive, and their mother, well, really, a lot of times when it's the in-law, what we want to know is if the in-law is abusing, what and how is the spouse enabling that or accepting that or piling onto that. So for that person, there is a possibility that they could switch over, but we would need to screen them to make sure that they're eligible. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, there's so many questions. So I apologize if I am skipping you because I can't see everything. I think I need glasses. Okay, so Guile says, does getting an RFE for the medical exam for adjustment of status mean they plan to waive your interview based on VAWA? Most of the time, yes. But we've also seen recently, so most of the time, if you get an RFE asking for your medical exam, it could mean that they're trying to waive your interview. However, it doesn't mean that for a fact they'll waive your interview. So we've seen situations where clients will get 2 RFEs, one for the medical exam and one to still prove bona fide marriage. So in situations like that, it will depend on what the person submits to prove the other thing. So if they're able to prove the other thing and then they have the medical, then they could bypass. So it's not always set in stone, but it's one to be hopeful for. Huppy says, how long does it take after getting a green card for a valid case to file for a child over 21? Immediately. It depends on if you're a green card holder. There's so many variables to this question, actually. One, it depends, was your child under 21 when you filed for VAWA? Because if they were, you could possibly have captured their childhood age in the priority date when you initially filed. So that's one thing. The second thing is if they're over 21 and you're a green card holder, then they're in the preference category. So while you can start filing right away, they can't be married, so because if they're married, then they're not eligible at all. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me take some questions on Instagram. Sophia says, what does one need to do with the prima facie? You don't need to do anything with the prima facie. The prima facie is basically just telling you that your case has met the bare minimum eligibility requirements to be considered or classified as a VAWA victim. So you don't need to do anything with the prima facie if you don't want to. But for some people, if they need a driver's license, and depending on what state they're in, they can get their driver's license while they're waiting on their EAD. For others, maybe they're in school and they need financial aid. Typically they have to go through the process of filing for financial aid. And then from others, they find themselves in a position where they're homeless, they can't afford their groceries, they can't afford food. So this is very, very state specific. So you have to go to your state to find out, will I be able to get any public benefits with this? So I, as an immigration attorney, cannot tell you because I don't live in all 50 states. So I can't tell you what the rules are in all 50 states because it's not, immigration related. But typically victims of this, depending on your state, might be able to get certain benefits with it. All right, guys, I think I gotta jump off. Let me just check what time it is. Yeah, I do have to jump off, guys. I know this was a short one, and I know that there are a lot of questions I didn't get to answer. Today was kind of chaotic this morning, and it's only 10:30. Save your questions. When I come back on live the next time, you can ask them, and I'll try to have a longer live when I get on live. But I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope everyone has a good day. And enter if you want to win some money, because we're going to have some fun stuff coming over in the next 10 days. All right, guys, have a good day. Bye.